Madison Square Garden, the site of this year's Democratic National Convention, is actually the fourth building of its kind.
The first Madison Square Garden was built there in 1873. P.T. Barnum opened it as the Great Roman Hippodrome.
In 1879, the building was renamed Madison Square Garden.
Did P.T. Barnum keep live whales in his museum on Broadway?
3 months after Charles Darwin published his book On the Origin of Species, American promoter P.T. Barnum unveiled a new attraction at his popular museum in New York City. It featured what was described as the What Is It? Or Man Monkey.
P.T. Barnum was America's greatest entertainer in the middle years of the 19th century. His museum on Broadway was a great tourist attraction where he kept dead animals, stuffed animals, human curiosities.
Visitors were told that the creature had been captured by hunters in Africa, who discovered a race of beings roving among the trees and branches like apes and monkeys.
The head is shaped like that of a monkey, but the face is more like that of an African Negro of the lower order. It has been pronounced by naturalists as a specimen of the connecting link between man and monkey.
Museum staff declared that the creature had been pronounced by scientists as a connecting link between African blacks and lower animals. In reality, Barnum's so-called man monkey was an African-American man named William Henry Johnson. Many more supposed missing links were marketed to the public at freak shows throughout America. Many reporters at the time were happy to promote the deception. The New York Tribune declared that Barnum's performer seemed to be a cross between an ape species and a Negro. Thanks to Barnum, Johnson spent much of his life on public display as an evolutionary missing link, sometimes in a cage.
Phineas Taylor Barnum, popularly known as P.T. Barnum, was a showman, an incredible self-promoter, incredible publicist. He was probably the most famous American of the 19th century. P.T. Barnum eventually hooks up with James Bailey, and together they would create the circus that became known as the Barnum and Bailey Circus. Together with his partners, he realized you could make more money if you traveled from one large town to the next on the rails, if you travel by train. And this was an incredibly important step in the development of American circus.
Same way in the last town. Never heard such applause in your life. Let me tell you something that everybody around here don't know. We're only killing time with this circus. We've got bigger time to follow, and we can do it too.
He knew how to exaggerate, he knew how to stretch truths, he fabricated things.
Well, catch a rack tomorrow night. We got something new. Now you can do anything with that, Ralph?
Game over.
Salute, 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 salute. It's good, y'all. Yeah, man. Yeah, so y'all know, man, I'm about to, I've been on my troll thing, trolling and all that, man. Just for a good cause. So we're gonna do. But, Lord forgive me for what's about to occur. Yeah, man. So, yeah, but I was running across some stuff. Bang time, salute. Hold on real quick. So, I was looking into some Madison Square Garden, P.T. Barnum. Man, it's crazy. The whole human zoo thing, circus. We was part of the circus, the carnival. This is just goofy, man. I got more questions. I just got more questions now. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got no answers, man.
known as a menagerie or collection of foreign peoples on display in the Vatican. They were referred to as savages, though the collection included people speaking over 20 languages and from as far away as India and sub-Saharan Africa. Joyce Hett was born a slave in 1756, and in the last few years of her life was put on display by P.T. Barnum, claiming that she was the 161-year-old nurse who had raised George Washington. Now, by this point in her life, Hett was mostly paralyzed and blind, but she told tales of how she had raised the father of our country, and the public just ate it up. Barnum was known for what were called freak shows, displaying oddities such as conjoined or Siamese twins and the like. After Hett died in 1836 at the age of 79, Barnum held a public autopsy of her body, charging 50 cents a head, where nearly 1,500 people showed up to watch. Yeah, you heard me right. This was considered perfectly fine for the time, considering most people looked at Africans as subhuman, more of a half-civilized ape than a human person. Then we have Sarah Bartman, aka Hottentot Venus, known for her rather large rear end, who was exhibited in Europe, primarily England, in the early 1800s and went through several, and I hate to use the word, owners before being sold to an animal trainer who raped and impregnated her as part of an experiment. The child sadly died around 5 years old. Sarah died in 1815, and her body was dissected, not autopsied, for scientific study. Her remains, as well as a plaster cast to show her large derriere, were then put on display in a succession of French natural history museums until the mid-1970s, when they were finally removed due to public outcry. Her remains were finally put to rest in South Africa in 2002. Another traveling show included Maximo and Bartola, two microcephalic El Salvadorian children marketed as Aztec Lilliputians.
Yeah, man, it just gets weirder and weirder and weirder. This shit just gets weirder and weirder and weirder. There's another one in here I was looking at. That's it.
I'll totally get off topic and just sit around and BS with you for like an hour and never actually get to the points that we wanted to cover today. So let's take a look at this.
Issue that race, that gender, that sexuality, it's not inherent, it's not biological, but rather it's how we envision race, it's how we envision gender and sexuality. And the best way to remember this is the idea that if you look at this from a scientific viewpoint, there is actually more genetic variance within groups than there is between groups. So therefore, if you look at race and you say it doesn't exist, what we're saying there is there's actually no scientific proof that race exists. That race in and of itself, how we talk about race, how we imagine it, what we desire to get with these conversations about race, those are all things that are constructed by societies. They differ over place and space and time. They differ by what, these concepts differ by what community that you're talking about, what society you're talking about. So we are specifically going to focus on the 19th century into the 20th century in the European and American imagination here. So one of the things we have to think about when you create an identity, when you construct an identity, you're not really creating your identity in a vacuum. What historians and sociologists will tell you is you actually create an identity by looking at an other, somebody that you've identified as an other. So by constructing them, by talking about them, who they are, how they behave, and we'll see even within this construct whether they're human or not human, as all part of the human family. That's you constructing an other, and therefore you're constructing your own identity. I am not this. So you're talking about binaries, right? That person is this, so I am this. You're gonna see this. I'm just kind of entering this up into our conversation here. That's really what we're gonna be talking about today, is how is it that we construct these identities. So to give you, this is my race in a nutshell talk. So we'll see if I can do this in like 10 minutes. If you want to think about where some of these ideas come from, we actually have to look back into antiquity. So during the late antique period, so we're talking about Greeks and Romans there. You have a variety of people that are constructing what the idea of Greek means. This is Plato and Aristotle, right? What Greek means versus who everybody else is. So what you do is you talk quite a bit about the barbarians. The barbarians, that's a Greek term that my class knows full well. We've talked about it before. The word comes from barbar, and what the Greeks say is, oh, all those people who don't speak Greek, they all speak this language that always sounds like bar, 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 bar when they talk. And so therefore, everybody who doesn't speak Greek and who doesn't look Greek and doesn't act Greek is a barbarian. So that's where some of those first ideas come from about these kinds of constructions. Now, if you feed this in and think about what this means for Europeans and European history, we can actually look at the Pythagorean table of opposites. So this was your general idea about how the world worked coming out of the Greeks. This is right around the 5th century BCE. Pythagoras, you all have been tortured with him in any geometry class that you've taken, right? He sets up this list and he says, okay, so if you look, finite, infinite, odd, even, one, many, right, left, rest, motion, straight, crooked, light, darkness, good, evil, square, oblong, male, female. And the idea that starts to come out of the Greek period is that all of this stuff on the left of the list is good and it's normative. And everything that's on the right of the list is not normal. So when you think about Western civilization, what we mean when we talk about that and we label classes that way, whether rightly or wrongly, is the idea Western civilization comes out of a mixture of a bunch of really interesting ideologies. So you have a Greco-Roman tradition that comes together with a Judeo-Christian tradition. So therefore, the Greco-Roman tradition is going to edify, right? And it's going to support and legitimize that Judeo-Christian tradition, which means things that you might not have seen before actually is a way that helps you to understand your world.
Yeah, Greco-Roman, that's what I call Hellenistic. That's Hellenistic culture. Yeah, all that dark, light. It had nothing to do with skin color. Like, I'm telling you, man. It's just weird, man. But yeah, human zoos, circus freaks. Oh my God. You can't make this shit up. Or you can, I guess. But yeah, I'm not gonna go. Let me see. Let me drop this link. See if the other one come up here. I'll tell you. These people are crazy. Y'all more, well, not y'all, but you know, in general. Why they don't like? It's funny. I never learned about human zoos. Like I didn't know we was in zoos. Like how could you not? How could you like? How could that be something you fail to mention? You feel what I'm saying? I don't get that.
It doesn't exist largely during the 19th century in England. But you can look at those people and you can go visit those people and see them in person. And that's a moment where you have power, where you understand in a hierarchy, a social hierarchy, there are people under you. Right? So we've got to think about why. That's what we call buying into hegemony. Right? Hegemony wouldn't work. The whole idea of hegemony wouldn't work if people stop playing the game. If people reject the concept of normative and they reject binaries. If they stop playing. But hegemonies always work because you give people dividends and they buy into it, right? So one of the things that we're going to see quite a bit of, we've already introduced that talking about the Middle Ages, dehumanization. They're really going to focus on animalistic natures. They're going to focus, Rudyard Kipling very, very famously calls people from other cultures who are not European half human and half child. So the idea, or sorry, half devil and half child. And so the idea there is they're partly satanic, right? So you got a problem right there on your hands. And
Right, Yummy, right. Yeah, man, you gotta spread that. That's crazy. Now you see, half devil, half human. This is what I'm talking about. Don't they call a white man the devil? I'm telling you, this just go back and forth, back and forth. Bang time, salute.
Salute from the hood to the woods. What's going on, chat? What's going on? Yeah, I don't believe you didn't know that. I knew that though.
Yeah, you knew about human zoos?
Yeah, man.
I never knew about that, bro.
Yeah, man. I knew about that. I knew about that black lady. What's her name again? Just say her name again. The big butt.
Oh yeah.
I know about her. Actually, I think Pamani and Dido did a whole special on them. Like, no man. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I'm told. I'm not saying
try to make us. That's what they try to say with that. We're related to apes and shit.
Yeah, not in general. I'm talking about like here, like.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one dude was in the Bronx Zoo. Like, that's crazy.
It's insane.
That's fucking insane, bro. I went to the Bronx Zoo, like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, niggas used to be in like niggas that look like me used to be in the cage, bro. Like,
right. We looking at animals and
right. And we laughing and joking and wow, we laughing at ourselves. You feel me?
That's deep. That's fucking deep, and it's true.
Right.
And it's like she said, like we learning at that point that animals are below us. They teaching this to kids when they take them on the Bronx Zoo trip, on the circus trip, and all of that.
Psychological warfare, man.
Right. So, when you learn it to be that way, then you're always gonna treat it that way, and that shit just crazy, bro. That shit crazy. And we the savages. We the monsters. But
and that's why I be saying, man, I'm just talking, man, to defend people, but look at what these people are doing. It's killing people. You feel me?
And if it was up to some, they would let it go right back to that shit.
Yeah. That when they say make it back, how it was before, that's what they mean.
Right.
Well, a lot of these white people who be saying that, if y'all make it back how it was before, y'all not gonna be nobody either.
That's why that statement, "I'll whip you like a slave," is so important for you to emphasize on, because why did a fellow black man, even though I believe he's mixed, you know what I mean?
He is.
But why did a fellow black man feel like he could say that and it's no big deal? And we say this all the time, and you know what I mean? These are the jokes that you actually laugh and chuckle with over dinner, like, you know what I mean? Like,
but me personally, like, and I'm gonna say this, and I know it might offend people, but if you mix, you should have a little more. You should watch it. You should not feel like you have the same freedom to say certain shit that non-blacks who's not mixed have. You feel what I'm saying?
That's important. That's important.
Because a lot of times
people do feel like they have that avenue, including myself. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's important. You know what I mean? Because the women do it. You know what I mean? Like just growing up in the hood, but you got a pass in the hood, but you're not afforded to do that everywhere. You know what I mean?
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it might not be offensive to me, but that's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't speak for everybody. Like, somebody might want to kill you for that shit. You feel me?
Right.
Some people might not accept you because you mix. Like, maybe I might, but some people might not. Like, if for me to act like that's not a reality, that's doing you a disservice. If I love you, you know what I'm saying?
My mother said she went as a guest to Africa. They treated her like a guest. They treated her very cordial. But when it came down to speaking tribal business or town business. She had to sit at the end of the table. She had no say. She couldn't open her mouth, give an opinion, none of that shit.
Right. Right. Because what opinion do you really have? And that's what I be saying. Like, what opinion? You can have an opinion, but what is it really doing? Like, you feel
right. She said they are very, very on top of that stuff. You know what I mean? When they family members come home, they praise them, they do all kind of stuff, but then they get right back to business. And
yeah,
you are not allowed in the business.
We used to be like that, and then people used to, get offended by us, and but you used to have to like prove that you really fuck with us. Like, so we used to put you through torture, like snapping on you, doing all of this type of shit to see if you really fuck, and if you like fuck y'all, then you really ain't fucking with us, man.
Right.
Because we snap on each other all the time. That's what we do. That's what we learn. That's you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
We call each other nigga. We have all type of jokes, racial jokes on each other. So when somebody else come from the outside and they try to,
these motherfuckers crazy as hell.
Right. And then they might think, oh, these motherfuckers is racist against us. Nah, that's just how we are. Like you can be, it doesn't matter. We're gonna get on any like disability you got. Like that's what we do. Like that's our that's our culture. You feel me? It's our culture, man. And some people find it disrespectful because it's not your culture. Like, I get it. I come from black culture, but also nigga culture, and people don't understand the difference.
Right? I'm from the same, so
yeah, you feel me? Like,
I know exactly what you're talking about. I had to learn the difference.
Right.
I thought it was regular, and people can't take me in certain arenas. You know what I mean? Because I'm too blunt.
Nigga, that's that nigga shit. You heard?
Yeah.
And that's what I tell people. Black people are the original niggas, but you got white niggas, Chinese niggas.
Yeah.
You got all types of China Mac is a Chinese nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
You got all types of niggas. Because people took on the culture and all that, like. But at the end of the day, the first people
that damn hip hop,
right? But the first people who took on that culture respected, like they respected it. They carried themselves a certain way. If they did say nigga, they didn't say it in front of other people outside of their circles and shit like that. Like they had a respect.
People too comfortable, bro.
Right. Cause niggas like me stop talking. Like me, I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep talking. I don't care. Like I don't give a fuck. Keep talking about nigga. That shit don't make me feel I feel uncomfortable, bro. Or that might make one of my people feel uncomfortable. I'm just letting you know, cause somebody might put hands or something might happen. Like, and you think, I can say anything. All right, there's ignorant niggas out there. Cause I used to be one of them. You feel me?
Facts. And I just came off my ignorant rant when I watched the 21 Savage video, and I'm like, oh wait, I just went off, and I caught myself. I'm like, damn, but that's how I felt. So I'm gonna put it up later.
Yeah, I can't watch that shit, bro. Like that. Oof.
Yeah, man. I had to. I saluted 21. He held it down, man. But the rest of that shit that happened on there, that shit is all like you said. I could see it now. It's the whole matrix. Like it's all for internet. Like, and it's all for
him getting on there help that nigga. Like y'all
help. Right. And like she just said, like it wouldn't work if they just didn't play what they play. They can't help.
That nigga was running around pulling the money in the bag, and it fell. They fell for it. They could have just kept ignoring the nigga, and he would have died out. His music died. His shit there.
Everything died. Yeah.
And they brought it back.
A rebirth, but that's what I said in my video. Like state your purpose, man. You know you're gonna manage the kid, or you got music with Blueface and the kid, and you're trying to repop them first. Right. You know what I mean? And no, it ain't gonna work. Like it ain't gonna work. Fuck you. He trying to scare niggas like, yo, I'm not a rapper.
You
You're an old man, bro.
Yeah, nigga, stop playing. You lucky I'm on social
Pull up.
media,
Nah. I'm an ignorant fool.
Right. It's out of fear. This is out of codes and shit like that, nigga. Like, you lucky I'm up on here, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'll be going, nigga. A lot of these niggas on social media, like a lot of these niggas in the industry got it fucked up. They think niggas ain't saying nothing because they scared or something.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nothing because when I get
that's what I'm mad about. Like, don't play the streets that way. Like, like you think, oh, I could do this, I could do that, and these kids can't do that shit, bro. So stop doing that. Like, you know what I mean?
Even a white girl said it. Catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah. How about that? Just don't ever be outside.
Catch me outside. How about that? She got us looking stupid. Like, fuck all the talk. Y'all niggas over here talking and shit.
Fuck, bro. My wife looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, what the fuck?
Tekashi 7ix9ine is back. King Troll, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
7ix9ine is back.
Yeah, heard me.
That was
Oh, this is a video, my fault.
Eastside.
Nigga, fuck Tekashi, nigga.
Fuck 6ix9ine, nigga.
Feel
Fuck
me?
out of here.
Tekashi 7ix9ine, nigga. Fuck Tekashi, nigga. Fuck out of here.
King Troll. King Troll online. King Troll online. About to check my name to Tekashi 7ix9ine. Got the Ricky out there, Ricky ass nigga out. Blood of bitch, bang, bang, bang.
Something we all adore. It's the one thing worth dying for. Nothing but pain, stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame.
They don't pay me for this shit.
They sure don't.
Bang.
Bang, bang. I do this for free.
Oh man, salute, bro.
See, when I came back here trying to be good, look, they can look. I'm telling you, they keep poking the bird, man, knocking on the devil's door.
Man, I felt it. I my troll came out earlier and all that. I just went my goon. Like, I was like, nah, I gotta box him back in because he don't deserve to be out. But I just don't like that ignorant shit. Like, niggas is older than me. Talking about I'll pull up and slam you on your head.
Yeah, because that nigga wasn't in. That nigga was the way he talking and the way a lot of these niggas talking. I don't think these niggas was out there like that, bro. Man, I don't know, man. Maybe he was in jail.
Yeah, maybe some shit like that.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not a street nigga. You're a jail nigga. You're not a street nigga. It's differences. You feel me?
That's why I like nigga Trimmer's like, man, I'm not gonna do this. Like, I hung up. Then this nigga talking shit.
Yeah, he shouldn't even got on there.
That's why he blew him up. He was like, you was talking to him yesterday for an hour and a half or an hour. Like,
that's called dry telling, bro. Like, I ain't gonna go too far. Listen.
Yeah.
If niggas had private conversations on the phone, you on a public platform talk about what niggas was talking about on the private, man, that's kind of suspect.
Some gay damn, I can't. I'm sorry, y'all. That's some real girly shit though.
Right.
Oh man.
Right.
And being where I'm from, I could see it, I could say it. I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? But it's just
21 should have never got on there. He should have kept it private and told that nigga what he needed to tell him.
I think he trying to come up off Rainbow Boy.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not mad at that, but don't act like it's something else. Nigga, I'm King Troll. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm clout chasing. I'm doing all that.
Right.
Ain't a secret.
I seen he tried to come at he came after Rainbow Boy, and this boy jumped off like a superhero. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, the nigga wick whack, man. Nigga wick whack. Man. DJ scratches in between, man. Wick. Fuck.
Yeah, niggas be on some bullshit, bro.
It's whack. The game is whack, man.
100.
And I ain't even talking about the artists. You know what I mean? Like the game is whack, but whatever. Take it how it is, man. The game, man. And the time we trying to do some rebirth shit, they doing some stupid shit on the other side. Like,
Yeah, that's why I said I'm gonna take that shit. I'm cloud chasing. I'm clickbaiting for my shit. I'm doing it for a positive cause. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. Ain't no secret. I'm turning up on these fools. Goofy ass niggas. They just gave me something to do.
but it made me think about D Block, the performance and how they give a shot of your Mel Matrix.
Yo, that was crazy. Niggas was crazy. Yeah, niggas was playing. They was throwing mad dirty. Niggas was playing things. He was playing dirty.
Shotty, like, oh damn, they rebirth Shotty right there.
These niggas is crazy, man.
That's what I mean, and that's what that. Then here he come 2 days later, dropping the connection to Shotty. Like, come on, cut it out, bro. Stop clouding.
That shit killed that shit killed they buzz.
Right.
Like that shit killed they buzz. Fuck y'all, man. We doing something positive. We doing it beat. We won that. You know what I'm saying? We won that. Like it overshadowed that negative, goofy ass shit they was doing for a while. So now they got to turn it up and come a little stronger. Cause that Madison Square Garden shit for everybody shine up. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Now everybody gonna try to keep doing that shit.
Yeah, niggas gotta ride them algorithms. So they gotta mention certain things that's popping and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I got it with the sports shit too, though. I just gotta keep up with the to-date information, the latest sport information. If I do that, the rhythm will keep me up. Like, you know. I just don't do that shit daily.
Yeah, I'm relentless, man. I be stopping myself.
Man. But like, I take like showing up to these joints as my training. I'm like, you know what I mean? So it slots out the time already. Where the light at? His punk ass bailed on me.
Oh, yo, yesterday, bro, I forgot the damn to share the damn thing.
Did you? That's all right.
Yummy
Yummy made it over.
Oh, all right.
A couple people made it over.
All right. I seen it this morning. I said, "Oh shit."
And I used StreamYard last night. It's pretty cool.
Light came up there too?
Nah.
I'm
like, yeah, where he at, man? I still talk about what I need to say.
I think he probably forgot the baby, all type of shit.
I was ready to debate his ass talking about my Knicks' food right now. Well,
Yeah, you got to set up a debate like on some sports joint.
Yeah, I gotta have him, Dido, Ace, all of us.
Crazy.
Yeah, that'd be dope. So, trying to set it up now.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Fucking LeBron setting up a fucking, he got like a juggernaut team over there. They older, but they juggernauts. You know what I mean? Like yeah, they think he's sick. Fucking King James.
These niggas, man. I tell you. These niggas is making it hot. All this fucking blood shit.
I felt like that's what they did. They set 21 up right there. Like, he came on there, but he came on there willingly.
I think all these niggas be working together, man. Like,
Yeah, on some shit like that. Like,
these niggas be working together, man. Cloud chasing and shit, man. That's what it is. Trolling is the shit now, man.
Fake beefs and shit, right?
Yeah.
That's why I said I had to check my emotions. That shit might have been a whole fake shit. Like,
all of this shit, bro, like, even if it's not fake on both sides, even if they not working together, they are working for a purpose for their own.
That happened in one of the sports chats the other day. Somebody said some goofy shit about the Knicks, and I responded, and he was like, "Oh, Bang Tom, he's just trolling." He knew he was paid to be trolling. Like, he's just trolling, Bang Tom. Don't listen to him. Like,
but he said your name, so now people might come check your channel.
Right.
And that's what the trolling is, just for you to get attention, man. Like, niggas will do anything because these niggas don't. If you in there showing love, oh, you love your channel, oh, you know your content, they ain't saying nothing. So you a dickhead. Oh, you a dickhead. Like, you feel me? Niggas respond to negative shit. Like, niggas don't respond to positive shit.
Like Kimba coming to New York, I'll probably do it again my next episode. But last night I highlighted him coming to New York, and that should be a big deal. Like when Melo came to New York, he coming home. You know what I mean? Like, and nobody really giving him any benefit of the doubt or nothing because of his knee problem and shit. So I'm like, damn, let me give him some love, like, on my show.
Yeah,
like,
he ain't Melo. Like, Melo did that celebrity group shit.
Yeah.
So, a lot of times, a lot of these niggas be having fans that don't even watch basketball. Like, that's Lala, man. That's Lala husband. Shit like that. All that shit count.
All of it count, yeah.
Just like Lala. Oh, that's called Melo Anthony White. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
A lot of these shits be arranged and like, bro. When I look back at history and I be learning about a lot of these things, it still go on to this day, but they just cover it or flip it or name it something else. But it's the same shit, man. They try to make you think it was something different. You feel me? But it's still arranged marriage. Rich people want their kids to marry other rich people. You feel me? Like, all that love and all that other shit, that's for us. That's not for them.
How you feel about the Lord Jamar dude?
Lord Jamar is cool, but I know his folk is not for me either. And one time he spoke on something about reparations, and he kind of felt like he might maybe deserve some reparations, and maybe he do, but it was not right to speak on that before we get our reparations. You feel me? Especially if you represent us. And he said he's the voice for us.
Yeah. Once you start saying you voice of the people, and
right.
shit, like that's the ordinance that I'm trying to keep myself to, but they so throw it around so recklessly.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, maybe I'm behind the ball. Like, you know what I mean?
Because it's nothing personal, but like if you're speaking for black people in America and you like if you from somewhere else or like that, is like a respect thing. It's like certain things you can't speak on or you won't be able to understand. You feel what I'm saying? And some people get offended by that, but if you reverse it the other way around, it'll be offensive the other way around. You see what I'm saying? Like if I was to go somewhere else and speak for people, and I might misspeak and not because I don't understand something. And if one of them correct me or feel some type of way, I can't be feel no type of way about that. I chose to get up there and speak and represent these people. You feel what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Ain't like the people voted you in and chose you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess that was happening before, but in kingdoms, like a king, even if people chose a king, there'll be a whole other side that be trying to defy the king.
Yeah. Like Marcus Garvey, he came from Jamaica. You feel what I'm saying? But he taught us something about, you know, blacks and, you know, the Africa thing. But nobody was teaching us about our Aboriginal and indigenous stuff. You know? So it's things of that nature. Like certain people were speaking for us who wasn't us, and it was people who was us that was speaking for certain things, and he wasn't being heard. You know?
What's his name on ODB? He was saying some
right.
shit. He was saying some shit, bro.
Right.
Something like one of his grandfathers sold the land to
the
white man, and like he was saying some shit. And he was Indian. He was
Indian, yeah. Right there on Howard Stern. And that's what I'm saying, shit like that, and people laughing at him. You know what I'm saying?
Right. People was laughing at him like, oh, look at him, he's just drunk. He's just drunk.
Right. But if he was drunk and saying he was from Africa, they wouldn't laugh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just whack.
So the man of the hour is Old Dirty Bastard from Wu-Tang Clan. If you watched the Grammys last night, he just
to anyone who's selling records, I mean, doing you know what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, man. So shit like that, like I don't know, man. It's whack, and that's why I said motherfuckers might laugh now, but this thing what ODB did was something for the future that we's not even understanding. You feel what I'm saying? That he put something out there for people like that's in search of certain things. And that's dope. That shit is dope. That shit took a lot of fucking courage. Yeah, man.
The drugs, crime, poverty. These were tough neighborhoods, but there were also places where his family had been for countless generations. In fact, Dirty could trace his lineage back to a time when there was no New York City, just the wilderness of North America. He was 1/4 Shinnecock Indian.
One quarter Shinnecock Indian.
Now look, how could you tell which ones of these is mixed with African or whatever? These don't look like the Indian. Film MC, salute. Shit crazy, man.
Then he started mentioning things that y'all don't understand. He said he got a grandfather Cuffy, Chief Cuffy. Let me take you to Chief Cuffy. Him and his brothers, Fred Cuffy and them, they were some wild boys back in the day.
And look, you saying they're Indian, they black as day.
Great grandfather was the Indian chief. Shinnecock, from the Shinnecock Reservation in Long Island, Riverhead. So that's where my mother met my father in Long Island. Dirty just carried his heritage to the limit. You know, we're Indians. I say, and they used to say, yeah, we Indians, we sold Manhattan. I said, well, listen.
We sold Manhattan.
Sold Manhattan for trinkets. So he always said, well, we're going to try to get it back. I said, Rusty, please. You're not getting it back, so forget it.
You never know, baby. That's right. Step up and get knocked right the fuck out. Niggas don't understand. Niggas don't understand. Once we remember who he is, it's going down. Step up and get knocked the fuck out. That is
just easy.
You see the wilderness of Long Island, nigga. Like, come on, bro.
That we so man.
Yes, come on. Let's keep it 100, man. Stop playing, man. They need to stop playing, man. Well, we need to stop.
You all said that the dude from Outkast. He said he Indian. He out of the South. Who else said they Indian? A couple of California dudes, like, oh man. So it's like, whoa.
Yeah. They say California was named after what Ethiopian queen or some shit. Is that true?
Khalif.
They put everybody that's black. They must have came from Africa. You feel me?
No, and where's Khalifa? Said he Indian. He said he Indian. That's where all that Khalifa came to.
You just gotta cut out the Indian, put Aboriginal, indigenous.
They
try to trick you. Oh, this is not India. All right. And I told you, it tell you Indians used to have to vote, as they couldn't vote unless they voted Negro. You feel what I'm saying? So there's all types of shit, man, that we don't be knowing, man. Motherfucker, we see.
Lessons is something I daily enjoy. I'm just filling the void. I'm putting the pressure on ones I'm about to exploit.
Real big imbalance inside the black community, which I don't like to use. I'm gonna say African American community.
What's your ethnic background? I have African American and Cherokee Indian. Where was she from, Mama Love?
My mom's is Shinnecock Indian.
Yeah,
they from out of Long Island.
My great grandfather was an Indian chief. Shinnecock, from the Shinnecock Reservation in Long Island, Riverhead. Dirty just carried his heritage to the limit. You know, we're Indians.
Are you an Indian?
Yes.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought you were a black guy. You're Indian?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be What kidding kind
me.
of
Indian
are you? Like Tonto Indian?
Shinnecock Indian.
Really? You're a Shinnecock?
Yes.
You always said, well, we're going to try to get it back. I said, Rusty, please. You're not getting it back.
See, now look, $5 Indians, white immigrants was sold Indian land for $5. You know what I'm saying? And they talk about they sold shit for trinkets. I'm telling you, man.
Well, when they had the big thing over here, where if you came over here, they was given lots of land. They was given the lots of land rather the Indians lived there. Not like that's what
I'm saying. They didn't have the right to sell no.
So they basically pushed them wherever. They just kept migrating like farming animals until they start enslaving them. Yeah.
Right. Oh, this is the shit right here.
Couldn't vote. Negroes could vote, but not an Indian. I consider myself a Narragansett, not a black.
The only way the Narragansetts could participate in elections was by identifying themselves as African Americans.
One of the most interesting things about Philadelphia, you had these close connections between the enslaved populations and the free black populations. They were living right beside each other. There was a very sharply divided community between those who had and those who did not.
Now you see, now you have free blacks and you had in bondage or enslaved blacks. Some of those blacks was natives. You feel what I'm saying? Like some of them was from Europe, some of them was from Africa, some of them was from Asia.
Facts. Speak that. Speak that.
You feel me?
Speak that.
That's what I'm telling you something. I don't know. I'm looking for answers, man. But from what I've been studying, man, it's a whole different story that I've been.
That's why I went. That's why they said in one of the movies, the Indian dude asked the black dude, why y'all slaves? Like, what you doing in the army? And that's the fucking Buffalo Soldiers, right? That's
right.
What are you doing in the army? And they slaughtering Indians. They slaughtering.
But you got to remember, some Buffalo Soldiers was Indians too.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But they was black. So you got to remember, they took the word Negro and replaced it with African. You feel me? And that's when everything got fucked up. Because just because you a Negro doesn't mean you're from Africa. You could have been a Negro from Europe. You could have been a Negro from Africa. You could have been a Negro from Asia. You was a Negro. It was a classification. But now when they put African on everything, now it's impossible for black people to be indigenous to Europe or to America or to Asia. They got to be indigenous to Africa. But they tell you all people are indigenous to Africa.
Right.
So it makes no sense.
Because it's that structure that she was talking about. They want black people to always feel inferior.
Right.
And they want white people to always feel superior. Like we're the understructure of them. And if that doesn't play out live and direct every day, like, I don't know what to tell people.
That's the system. A white racist supremacy.
I'm that way. That's why they ain't making it illegal to be a white terrorist. You know what I mean?
Right. We are ruled by the Ku Klux Klan is the first terrorist organization here.
Not anymore.
No, they call the government now. But shit, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, all right, bro. Salute everybody from the hood to the woods. You heard me.